I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to combine a wig review and a tip video. I am a little behind on my tip videos. I had knee replacement surgery a few weeks back. I got really far ahead on my wig reviews, but I didn't really get ahead on my tip videos. And I filmed a tip video using this wig on my head for Instagram and Facebook. And instead of filming a whole other set of videos, I am just going to tack this on to that video. So if you'd like to see how I took a hair dryer to get the front of this wig off my face, very quick, very easy, took me less than 3 minutes, and I did it all real time, then that's coming. But you might want to know about this wig as well because I have not reviewed it yet. So I thought I would give you guys a bit of a review and then give you that tip. This is Smooth Wavez from Rene of Paris. It's a brand new style from Rene of Paris. She is stunning, truly stunning, and she is made with heat-friendly synthetic fibers, which makes her really natural looking and feeling and not shiny. So in that tip video, I showed you inside the cap. So what I'm going to do here is tell you a little bit about density and permatease because I didn't cover that in the tip video. So this is what I would consider a moderate density piece. It's not a lot of hair, but it's not super low density. And it does have a bit of permatease, but not much. There is a little strip of permatease right around the perimeter of this. Nothing super full or pillowy. It's a very natural looking wig. I really, as I study these wigs, you guys, I try to keep my new wig wearers in mind when I'm reviewing a wig and I'm trying to think of, okay, what do I think people will struggle with? The volume is not something I really think most people are going to struggle with. It's so natural, but there is permatease and I can feel a little bit of it. It's not super pillowy or poofy, but I can feel it. And so it does give it just a bit of rounded fullness, but there's no permatease up here. And so there's nothing visible that you can see that's going to make it look poofy or full in any way. I briefly mentioned fit in the tip portion of this video, but I will just reiterate that this fits really true to average. I have a wig grip on and I have cinched the cap in a little bit. I do get extra cap up here quite a bit. You know, I am more average petite, or you may know all of my measurements are in the description box of all my reviews. And this one fits me really true to average. So I really think this is going to fit a wide range of head sizes. It's very, very stretchy. So I do think you're going to be able to wear this if you're average, petite, average, and potentially maybe up to average large. That's sort of the wild card. So I think that's everything. Let's get on to the tip portion of this video. The color segment will come at the end as usual. I'm going to show you a quick little hack on how you can fix a face flapper on a heat-friendly synthetic wig. This is a brand new style from Rene of Paris named Smooth Wavez, and these bangs kind of hang in my face. And it's a really easy fix. Now, of course, I could trim the bangs if I wanted to wear it with a full bang, but I'm not sure yet if I want to do that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to spray it with just a tiny, tiny little bit of water. You can do this without water as well, but I do kind of, I don't know, I like to use water. I think it can help. And now I'm just going to use some air, hot air from a hair dryer. This is just this one has like little adapters that can fit on here. I have all the adapters off and I'm just using the air portion of it. And then I'm going to blow the hair one way or the other just to redirect the fibers. Now the key with heat-friendly synthetic fibers is when you're trying to change a style, it is the cooling process that sets the new style. So making sure that I keep the hair over to the side while it cools, and then once it fully cools, it's all done. And this will not go back to the face flapper that it was just a minute ago. And if I wanted to redirect the fibers and get a little more lift, I could redirect it to the back, which I may want to do. I'm just not sure yet ultimately how I want this front part to lay. So for now, I just use a little bit of heat to get it out of my face. mission accomplished. Isn't this style cute? I don't remember the color that I have, so I'll put it in the description box below. I think they killed it on this one. I really do. This is inside the cap. So we've got extended lace. We've got a really wide monofilament on the top. Not as wide as some, but it definitely gives you flexibility to part it on the left, right, or in the center. And we've got soft ear tabs, extended nape, Velcro adjusters. This is an average cap. These caps fit me just a little bit big. I have more of an average petite head. So I just cinch the adjusters in. I wear a wig grip and I am good to go. She is really a throw and go. So aside from that front, which yours might not hang in your face the way mine does because this is a hand-tied feature and there can be variation, I think she's stunning. I really do. All right, let's talk about color. Bronzed, honey, rooted. I hope you don't mind me splicing all of this together. Please let me know how this worked for you guys. It really did save me some time and allowed me to get the review of this piece out sooner because I just want to wear her. She is so great. Anyway, bronzed, honey, rooted. I would consider this a blonde, a blend of a dark blonde, light brown color. It's a very warm color. I would say honey is a great descriptor. A little bit of golden. The description says it's kind of the golden blonde mixed with some warm medium brown. I'm not seeing much in the way of medium brown in the base of this wig at all. This is really not, it doesn't have dark lowlights. It does have a root. And really, for a wig that is more budget friendly, they have done such a phenomenal job on this root. It's so appropriate. It really is. And it just, for a natural brunette like I am, it's perfect because my eyebrows tend to be a little bit darker. The lace front on this one is really good. I just realized I didn't really talk about that. I would trim this lace with the pinking shears because I can kind of see that line of demarcation, which is actually super common for me. It seems like more and more these major name brands are showing up on me. And so I cut them with the pinking shears and it fixes the problem. I'll link a video below showing how I do it. And if you wanted to get more lift in the front here and get it even a little bit more volume up here and a little bit more off the face than what I just did, you absolutely can. And it definitely has a great lace front to support that. So beautiful color. Let's get outside so you can see it. If you can do a warm, dark blonde, light brown with a bit of a root, then I think you're going to love this color. But it does come in 9 colors total. All right, everybody. If you follow me on social media, you will be seeing this wig. I do highly recommend it. I think it's phenomenal. And stay tuned for a comparison video of this with Jon Renau Hollie. I think she's a great dupe for Hollie. Not identical, but a great dupe. And Hollie is 3 times more expensive. So if you're on more of a budget and you've loved Hollie, this could be a good one to have a style like that. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Let's get outside. All right, here we go. Bronze, honey, rooted. This is a very, very warm color. I would consider this like a dark blonde, light brown color. It does have a soft root. It's a very, very natural looking root though, really appropriate. I see a lot of honey, a lot of kind of golden tones in this one. It's not super dynamic. It is a little dynamic, but I wouldn't say that it's got a lot of color going on here. If you can do warm colors and you really like that sort of blonde where it's a combination of a dark blonde, light brown kind of color, this could be a really great one for you. There you go.